Welcome back to Immigrant Paths. If you've been following our journey through the hidden heritage of today's celebrities, then you know how deep these stories go. This is part 3 of our exploration into famous figures with clear and direct Polish roots. And trust us, we're just getting started. In parts 1 and 2, we uncovered some incredible names and family stories behind Hollywood actors, musicians, politicians, and athletes who trace their lineage back to Poland. But today we're turning the spotlight on even more names you might not have realized were shaped by Polish heritage, many of them for the very first time in this series. Whether you're Polish yourself, curious about your own ancestry, or just love learning the stories behind the stars, this episode is for you. Let's jump right in with one of comedy's most familiar faces, Eugene Levy. While his signature eyebrows and quirky roles have made him beloved worldwide, few realize that part of his heart is firmly rooted in Poland. Eugene's mother, Rebecca, was a Jewish immigrant from Nasielsk, a small Polish town with a rich cultural past and a painful one. She escaped the horrors of Europe and helped rebuild her family's life in Canada. Growing up, Eugene didn't just hear about his family's Polish past. It lived in their values, their resilience, and the quiet pride passed down through generations. That emotional depth, that warmth behind the humor, is more than just acting. It's heritage coming through in every performance. Then we have Pavle Zida, an American actor born to Polish immigrants who arrived in the U.S. seeking a better future. You might remember him from Under the Tuscan Sun or Generation Kill. Pavle's parents made sure he stayed deeply connected to his roots. Polish was his first language, and Catholic traditions were a core part of his upbringing. His unique name, his presence, even his quiet intensity as an actor, all of it stems from the legacy of a family that held tight to their Polish identity in a foreign land. He's a perfect example of what happens when old world heritage finds a voice in modern storytelling. Next is Victoria Konafal, a Brooklyn-born actress best known for her role on Days of Our Lives. Her father is of Polish descent, and although she was born in the U.S., her cultural foundation was built on immigrant values, resilience, pride, and work ethic. As her fame rises, she's also part of a new generation of American performers who are embracing their roots instead of hiding them. That passion and fire she brings to every role, that's not just talent, it's tradition. Let's move to Kristoff Conrad, a name you may recognize from films like Red Sparrow or series like House of Cards. Born and raised in Poland, Kristoff studied acting in Warsaw before continuing his training in the U.S. His voice, his discipline, and his unmistakable gravitas come straight from a European tradition of theater where performance is art and survival. Kristoff's journey from Poland to Hollywood is a story of grit, talent, and cultural pride. When he acts, you're not just watching a character, you're watching decades of training, shaped by a heritage that values craft, culture, and depth. Now let's step into the world of modeling and sports entertainment with Camille Costik. Known for her appearances in Sports Illustrated and her connection to NFL star Rob Gronkowski, Camille is also the daughter of a father with full Polish roots. Raised in Connecticut, Camille's confidence and drive are underpinned by those old-school values that many Polish families instill: humility, loyalty, and perseverance. It's a reminder that even in industries that thrive on appearance, heritage still shapes the foundation of character. Our next name might surprise you, Logan Lerman. Best known for playing Percy Jackson and for his sensitive, thoughtful performances in films like The Perks of Being a Wallflower, Logan has Polish-Jewish ancestry on his mother's side. His maternal grandfather was a Polish immigrant, and like many Jewish families displaced during the war, the Lerman family carried their history quietly but deeply. Logan's introspective energy on screen may seem modern, but it's shaped by a past of survival, displacement, and the inherited wisdom of generations. Justin Long, with his endearing charm and quick wit, has made a career playing lovable characters. But behind that boy-knock-door persona is a rich family background. His mother, Wendy Lesniak, comes from a Polish family. Polish culture often values family unity, a strong moral compass, and emotional intelligence, all things you can see in Justin's roles. His success feels natural, but it's built on something deeply rooted. Another example is Eric Mayabius, who found fame in shows like Ugly Betty. His Polish ancestry comes from his mother's side, and while Eric doesn't always wear his heritage on his sleeve, it's been a quiet force in his journey. In many ways, he represents the story of second or third generation Polish Americans, people who don't speak the language anymore, but who still carry that sense of identity in their family values and worldview. Let's not forget Art Benowski, a name that resonates in boxing circles. Born in Poland and raised in Canada from the age of 13, Art became known as the Polish Warrior. But his title wasn't just about his nationality. It reflected his fighting spirit, a deeply cultural trait passed down through Polish families that have survived wars, hardship, and exile. Every time Art stepped into the ring, he wasn't just fighting for himself. He was fighting for legacy. From sports to pop music, we also have Sasha Struan, a singer and media figure with a truly multinational heritage. Her mother is Polish and her great-grandmother belonged to the noble Polish Stankiewicz family. Sasha's music career in Poland and across Europe reflects a cultural tapestry that blends East and West, past and present. In every lyric, every performance, you feel a connection not just to modern music, but to something older, something rooted in identity. And in one of the most unique immigrant stories, we have Bilgun Arumbatar. While Bilgun was born in Mongolia, he was raised in Warsaw, Poland, after emigrating as a child. He later became a naturalized Polish citizen, working in Polish television and music. His story blurs the lines of traditional ethnicity, but not of cultural identity. Bilgun identifies strongly with his Polish upbringing, proving that sometimes heritage isn't just about blood. It's about the place that shapes you, the language that becomes yours, and the culture that welcomes you. Finally, we can't end without honoring Helena Modesca, the iconic Shakespearean actress who came from Krakow to the American stage in the 19th century. She brought Polish theatrical tradition to U.S. audiences at a time when few immigrants, let alone women, had such influence. Modesca paved the way for generations of Polish performers, showing that talent has no borders and that art is a universal language, carried across oceans and time. And so, as we wrap up part 3 of this journey, one thing becomes clear. Polish roots run deeper than you might think. These stories, whether whispered in a family kitchen, acted out on stage, sung into a microphone, or fought out in the ring, remind us that heritage isn't something that stays in the past. It lives in the way we express ourselves, the values we pass down, and the paths we choose. Polish identity is not just history, it's still very much alive in the world today. Thank you for being part of this continuing journey. If you haven't seen parts 1 and 2 yet, we highly recommend going back. There's so much more to discover. And if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe to Immigrant Paths. Hit the notification bell and join us next time as we explore more hidden legacies from around the world. Because every name has a story, every journey has a beginning, and every immigrant path deserves to be told. We'll see you in the next one, right here on Immigrant Paths.